bird floats here, like a drifting leaf. It feeds upon faint hopes and perishing dreams, and the swift breath of unremembering grief. Then silent as a leaf, the white bird passes. My mum said, if you rushed down the high street in a hurry, you'd never have noticed Ladies' Lane at all. So darkly and narrowly does it skulk its cellar wall. But it would almost certainly see you.
Run up to Riley's back door and get a steel loaf.
Or if it wasn't the Duchess, on those occasions when she was forcibly removed to Barclamp jail for 10 days without the option, it'd be one of the others.
My fine Queenie, take a runny down to Losses for a tanner of herrings. And while you're out, would you fetch me some water for the pump? Your legs are younger than mine. And I've got something for ye. A great big ball. The colours of the rainbow, it is. And there's something else about this ball that I've got. It'll never burst.
Annie Friggs gave me a ball.
Some bar. Annie Friggs just an old twister. Let the old bitch carry rainwater.
It's a coloured in.
And fib out the other things she was got to give you.
She just couldn't lay her hands on them, that's all. She could tell you every bit about fit they were like. She couldn't do that if she didn't hear them now, could she?
All right, be a soft mark if you like. I'm a bath for my supper.
Here's your water, Mrs. Frigg. It was awfully heavy, that water.
Oh, my fine Queenie. There's no a better Queenie in the lane. No, I want that ball that you're to get. I've got an idea. It might be laying under some bits of things that's come from America. And oh, there's some bonny things too. A blue velvet frock with ribbons that'll just fit you. And when I get it sorted out, you're the Queenie that's going to get a fine surprise.
Well, at least she never sent you away with a sore heart.
What message do you want me to get?
Cheese. A quarter will do, love.
Have you been taken ill?
No. Not ill.
You'll find the money for the cheese on the dresser or on the table somewhere.
You're awfully sad then.
Real sad. Hurry, Jeannie, or you won't catch Mackenzie's open.
Just cheese, nothing else.
Just cheese. Just a quarter.
There's half a crown here. Cheese only costs 6pence.
Keep it. Run off now and bang the door behind you.
Sometimes, with a sudden impulse, Maisie Walsh would dance to the music coming for the chip shop's gramophone. And like her smile, her voice gathered you right into it, so that her sang seemed to come for you too. And you felt glad to be alive in a world of wan, dark women like Maisie Walsh.
Oh, what eyes, and furthermore, oh, what lips, and furthermore, oh, 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 and furthermore, she belongs to me. Oh, what style, and furthermore, what a smile, and furthermore, oh, 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 and furthermore, she belongs to me. She never says no, she never says yes, she seems to be slow, but nevertheless, can she love? And furthermore, does she love? And furthermore, oh, 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 and furthermore, she belongs to me.
Maisie Welsh must be doing all right to give you 2 bob all in at once. Did you see my side combs anywhere, Jeannie? Was she getting ready to go out, did you notice?
I didn't ken. She hadn't got her colours in. She was just lying on top of our bed. She looked fed up. There's a new word for meadow, ma'am. A red Indian word. Muscodee. It's in this book. It sounds right fine, doesn't it?
Is that what you bought with your 2 bob?
And your tobacco. You're glad about the tobacco, aren't you, ma'am?
Yes, of course I am. Get a lace out of one of Mother's shoes, Jeannie. This damn lace has snapped.
You'd hardly own a tobacco left, did you, ma'am?
No, hardly any. Not out of that shoe, Janie. That's a brown one. Use your eyes.
Your blackie must be under the bed then. If you had one wish, it would have been for tobacco, Mum, wouldn't it?
I'm glad you bought tobacco. I'd hardly any left. If I'd one wish, it would have been for tobacco. Now, have you found my shoe?
If I had suddenly been stricken by blindness, I would have had a perpetual picture of my mother in my memory. Near a photograph, 100 little images. The way her hair glistened, crept up into little curls when it rained. Her lang legs sprawled across the fender. And her eyes.
Aren't you going to the Salaks tonight?
Well, I was going, but...
Well, I want you out of the way. If you're back before me, leave the snack off the door, will you?
Good shot in, especially Annie. It's going to be a saving at night.
It'll be a damn shame if you didn't.
You've got enough of smell.
I can, it's cards. Had to go under her bed a day. Maisie washes cat eyes, does it there?
He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000 to my soul. He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star.
She's hung herself.
In there now. He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000 to my soul.
Isn't it? Yes, there. Deed is a doornail.
Her face black. Her tongue swollen twice the size of your fist. And a lump of cheese fit to choke her in its end, stuck in her gullet.
Then sweeping up to the rivers in his pleasant face, where rivers often natural never flow. He's the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000 to my soul. He's the lily of...
Shut your mouth, you little bastard. Do you want the whole house woken up?
Leave the bairn alone.
Yours?
Aye, my first mistake, I'm my last.
Yeah. Scram. Get yourself some chips.
I can't. The chip shop's shut.
Well, make yourself scarce. Scram.
What's the matter with you, bairn? Run to Maisie's and get some coppers for the gas.
I can't. Maisie's dead.
I didn't be daft. I spoke to Maisie when I went out.
She's dead since. She hung herself. The bobbies were here and all.
Come on, bairn. It's high time you and I were in our bed.
Oh, what about me?
Ah, you can keep.
Oh, wait a minute. I paid you, didn't I?
Here, man.
Dirty whore! Whore! Picture maker!
I should have got you between the ears with your lousy money! Come on, bairn.
You stay here for me, Mum. Just you wait here. I'll find the money. It's in the London somewhere. I've got the 2 bob bit, but the coppers must have rolled under Maisie's door.
She's in the best place.
You didn't cry once, Mum. Everybody was sorry for Maisie Walsh and cried. All except you.
Death is the poor man's best friend. Burns said that, and he was right. There's nothing to cry for. Nothing. Nothing at all.
How much? Tuppence. We can get some of Bernard's gingerbread men.
I could go through eating it, so soft, but...
I don't like pearly sugar. Well, it's alright, I suppose, but I'm not really fond of it.
I thought I gave you a bag of barley sugars once. Well, I shared it with you.
I'm dying for the Wavetown stage to end so I can wear my new boots. I'm having some new boots soon. I'm due for a ticket for some new boots soon. My mum won't apply for a ticket only more because the ticket man tried to put his hand up her claws. My dad wasn't a half flamin'. Said he'd not come in the middle of next week, but my mum told him later because we might need to get only more free coal.
There was that old envy of Gertie's dad. That big, cold cater with a voice that could frighten cruelty inspectors and sanitary men, making them small and wordless and quick to disappear. Gertie didn't ken what it was to snag the door and hide underneath the bed when they came.
You've got your father's eyes. Real wicked eyes. And he was a bad one. By God he was.
How to build a feather for these solitary facts my mam gave me. Death eliminated the awkward questions to which I had no answer.
So that's why you and your mum go up the cemetery every Sunday. Don't be daft. We just go to pinch the flowers for the bins. But we do have a look at Dad's grave. Look at it says, Sleeping Jesus. You can see for yourself.
Her release from jail lay benignly over her, smiling in the brown creases in her face, dancing defiance in the jingle of her long brass earrings. It was my dream to be a real tinker one day. Beulah was out of the neck, and she was making rice.
God bless us. Over the bones of my poor mother that's dead. I thought you could clean off the face of the earth, Jeannie.
I didn't come because I heard you were away for a while.
Away for a while. 14 days without the option of fine. And me with no more than a wee half and a brown inside me. That's the God's truth, it. See, sit you down. Yeah, by ordinary fond of rice, aren't you, Jenny? I know you love it, bless you. And because I know that, something happened to me today. I was just turning into Bernie's for my half-ounce of black twist when a thought took a hold of me, there on Bernie's doorstep. And a voice says to me, Beulah, you canna have your half-ounce of twist today, you just canna have it. Because do you know something? Janie's coming to see you tonight, and she's the bairn after your own heart. And you ken who fond she is at that here rice. Now, if you buy your twist, you winna have brown farthing left to buy the rice with, and Janie wouldn't get the fine taste to it in her tongue tonight. And I'll tell you something, Brownian. God above and my mother that did kens I didn't begrudge buying the rice for you. But all day my tongue's been like a bit of bark in my mouth for want of smoke. And I've had a queer kind of dwammy feeling in my head, as if I was gonna fall down in my face and never rise again. And by God, I wouldn't care if I never did rise again with this dwam that's on me. I would be glad for peace in my bones.
Would a smoke take that dwam away from you, Beulah?
Well, it might just help you, ken. It might just take the edge off of this dwammy feeling. It might just give me my second wind to fight against all these terrible things that's killing me.
I'll beg it. I'll beg it from the first man I see.
Listen, say it's for your grandmother. Her that's at death's door. Say it's the last thing ever she'll want for man. Or God either for that, odd.
You're feeling better now, Beulah?
Oh, I thought The thought of getting some tobacco for my pipe.
I got your twist, Beulah.
Too fine altogether. Dirt'll blaze up like shavings, just.
But a gentleman gave it to me. A real Barry Gadget he was. I had to give him my name and everything.
Well, you could have given yourself another name, couldn't you? Wasn't it one of them, was it?
No, this was a big man, eh? Cruelty man's wee with a moustache. I ken him.
Mm-hmm. And you said it was for your grandmother, did you?
Aye, only I gave him your name, 'cause my grandmother doesn't smoke.
In the name of God! Have you not a grandmother of your own without taking the McPhee name in vain?
But my grandmother's a lady.
So its grandmother's a lady. But it's a McPhee, it is defeated. I wouldn't spit in a breed of you, bairn. She doesn't give you rice, does she?
She would if I asked her. And anyway, she gives me soup in a blue bowl with roses on it and a clean spoon.
We would have got rice too if you hadn't said your grandmother was a lady. What made her mad? Anyway, it's a funny thing, I've never seen your grandmother.
She only doesn't come because she doesn't like the smell of cats. But one day she will.
The old bitch wasn't a dwarf at all, she winked at me.
I don't want to be a tinker anymore anyway.
dungeons dark and strong, farewell, farewell to ye. Macpherson's life well no pale.
The wood thickened and dimmed. The sky was crowded out. Moss sprang beneath her feet, and the dust of it rose like thin smoke. The fusty guff of an ancient wood drifted o'er and past in great imprisoning waves.
Below the gallows tree. There's nae sae quaint wi' a tree as your grandfather. I can tell if it's in good heart just by listening to it. When I was wee, I used to think I could speak to the trees.
He never speaks to me. Not once ever.
Oh, that's just his way.
Was he a wild man then?
Your grandfather never lifted his hand or his voice to any of us in his life. A look for him was enough.
Was grandmother afraid of him?
Nah, she could manage him.
I like her best. Do you?
Well, I was always grandfather's favourite when I was wee. I tried not to show it, but you always kent when you're somebody's favourite. I was always Miss McVeigh to grandfather. Where's Miss McVeigh, he'd shout when he led the men and horses home. Then he'd lift me up beside him, crude as anything.
She's nae at the school today, then.
You can see she's nae.
She'll never be a scholar, then.
Now step up, Jeannie. You can blow on your broth if it's too hot for you. There's plenty more where that come from.
Can I see your treasures again, Aunt Morag? Just one more look, please.
I only wanted the bluebird brooch. Just the bluebird brooch. But if I didn't get that, I wanted anything at all.
Get that litter cleared off the table, Morag. I want to get the tea cleared away. Heaven alone kens why you'd keep tormenting yourself with that box, bairn. There's nothing in it to spare for you. Now, run outside, see, while I get the table cleared.
Mom, I wish the man that owns Woolworths would give me the biggest sack in the world, then let me fill it full with everything I wanted off the counters. Then I could show it to Aunt Morag and not let her have anything. Tell me about Grandma and the piano.
When Grandmother first got the piano, she was so excited about it, she didn't wait for Grandfather and the men to come home to carry it into the house. She sat and played it all day under the trees. It was as though the world had come to an end.
So you had a cold and couldn't come to school? You had to go and see the nurse. And you too, Gertie Latham.
There was a man looking for you, Liza. It was the cruelty man, asking questions about you and your bairn. But it did not change you to me.
Couldn't get much out of you, could he? That, of course, the kind of things that might interest the cruelty. No, I bet you let him have the lot. I bet you did. You'd have licked his boots all right. And you'd have licked his arse too if your tongue had been a bit longer.
Why does it always have to be us? Because we live in a lane. You wait. I'll show them. That shilling for the essay about the cathedral's mine for sure. There's nothing my mum doesn't know about history. Never mind nits.
The wolf of Badenoch, swooping down from the high hills above for us. Quiet monks in brown cossacks, chanting their queer Latin words in this very spot, hearing the nearing noise of the wolf and his men. But like as not, the monks had gone on singing till they came to the end of their song. The burning torches, the flash of skinned ooze, the cries of the wounded. An old monk hiding behind a tree, watching the cathedral blacken and crumble and fall all around him. And the wolf clattering out of the tune again, his lute of golden chalices and silver crucifixes lighting up the darkness. And townsfolk in the shadows, crossing themselves at the devilish departure of holy things.
One, two, three, a lady, 4, 5, 6, a lady, 7, 8. I think I will be taken away. Cruelty man's been looking for me. That's nothing. He's always doing our house. My dad just balls him out.
My mother went sudden. She'd just gone for 6 penny worth of trotters. It was a Saturday, you see. We aye had big trotters on a Saturday, but she just sat down and died. I've never been able to eat big trotters since. Death's aye worse when it comes on sudden like. Just gives you a wee push at first, and then it just gets tore into you and knocks you flat in your face.
What's wrong?
I want to go.
Mom! 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 Will you die soon? Just say this once that you won't die.
I dinna ken when I'll die. For God's sake, go out and play. Of course I won't die soon. What on earth would I do going and dying?
Oh, what eyes, and furthermore, oh, what lips, and furthermore, oh, 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 and furthermore, she belongs to me. Oh, what style, and furthermore, what a smile, and furthermore, oh, 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 and furthermore, she belongs to me. She never says no, she never says yes, she seems to be slow, but nevertheless, can she love? And furthermore, does she love? And furthermore, oh, 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 and furthermore, she belongs to me.
We'll go away, Mom. Miles and miles away, where no one will ever find us. They can't take me away from you if they can't find us.
They'd catch up on us somehow.
Not for years and years. Maybe we could sell balls and bootlaces like Beulah does. Nobody worries about tinker children, so they wouldn't worry about us. No, for we're real tinkers.
I ken a place. It's a long walk from here. I ken a place we could get a cheap bed for the night.
Oh, the trees they do grow high, and the sun is a winter's night that you and I see. It's a cold and dreary winter's night that you and I see. Well, oh, it's fair, dearest.
Sad. Rotting along, but you'll survive it. Ma, it's crossed your life before. And you can't forgive it. Still after you.
That's the cruelty man. He's got a big black moustache.
You wouldn't recognise a man by an ace in his name, would you?
Tisn't the cruelty man. He hasn't got an ace. His name's F. Murray.
I will place a ribbon just to let the ladies know that is mine. At the age of 15 years, he was a married man. At the age of 16 years, he was the father of a son. At the tender age of 17, o'er his grave the grass grew green. Cruel death put an end to his ground. And now his love, she says, and on the day she sighs, the grass is growing over him, say waving green and high. But she will sit and mourn him until the day she'll die. But she'll watch o'er his child while he's growing.
The years will burl by in a blink. You've just no idea how quick the years flew by. Hame's 100 mile away. 3 hours journey by train. Longest time you've ever been in a train. You're going to like that fine, Janie.
Mam's voice increased the desolation of those last moments together. The anteroom smelled sharp and clinical, like I imagined the home.
Paul and them fair got one in the eye. Thought all they had to do was flock down to the court and cock themselves up in the gallery, getting an eyeful of everything. No faith, you, nothing doing. Weren't even allowed to fit across the door. Bet you a pound to a penny, though, they've draped themselves along the railings outside, just waiting to gape when you come out. It's another shock in store for them. Like as not, you'll be taken out through the side door.
But I didn't want to go through the side door. I wanted them all to see me. I wanted to gie a show, to cry and kick up something terrible if they were all looking.
Home's in Aberdeenshire. All I can mind about Aberdeenshire is a hill called Loch Nagar. There's a song to that hill. Oh, for the crags that are wild and majestic. I sigh for the valley of dark Loch Nagar. Hame's in a place called Skane. I've never heard tell of Skane myself.
Skeen. I turned the sound of the place hour and hour in my mind. It was familiar, like the bed cover the old wifey crocheted on summer days. It had never reached an end in all these summers. Blue skeins, yellow skeins, red skeins, skeins. So many things lay in mind, urgent, elusive scraps. The sense of lostness when the train screamed past the last known landmarks in my world, screaming out a time and place altogether. I'm leaving my mam. I'm leaving my mam, it had panted, a loud thing in a living hurry. The places it had flashed through, focusing in fragments new, bending boulders like old men groping round a high hill. Dead man's bells fleeing whitely for the rain wood, shivering down the banks, bowing the train out and past.
Did you read the inscription above the front door? You've got to remember it by heart. Doctor's Orphan Training Home, 1891. If you ever do anything wrong, Mrs. Thane will take you round to read it and repeat training 3 times. When will I get home? Nobody will tell me. When you're 16, most likely. But
Twa woods there was before my een, but yen laid round in loch skeen. And old worlds rid with pain. And old worlds rid with pain. Black with pain.
I thought your mum was awfully bonny, Janie. You was always telling us that. And I just thought it was my mum drunk when she came staggering up at Avenue. My mum never got drunk. She always hated drunk folk. She was just ill. Awfully ill. She had a doctor's line to prove it. She's got an illness called chronic syphilis. And that's what's made her white and no bonny anymore.
She had been beautiful. A beauty that made the bright world dim. The lane and the dream of returning to it disintegrated in the wrecked reflection of Mam's face.
Did I mind to tell you Annie Frigg's gone? Fell down the stairs one Saturday night with a good shot in. One and only conscious word she uttered after that was a swear.
Did it begin with F, Mum?
Aye, did that.
I thought that. That was always a swear that Annie used.
But she wasn't a hypocrite. And doot with a curse. She'd had her soul saved by the Salax, though. But have little doot that your soul saved is of little comfort to you when your body's sails at an end. Soul's a stranger to you, like. But you ken your body awful well.
We'll have a house in the country. Mind, we always wanted that. With our garden, nasturtiums and a goat. We'll have plenty of money when I'm educated, and that'll only be a few years now.
The lane will do me fine for all the time I've got left now.
You're not going to die, Mum. Not for a long time. You promised me.
I'm nae so sure about that. Doctors dinna hold out much time for me. You can see frae that I'm gey ill.
But the doctors can cure you, Mum. Surely they can cure you.
I've left it some late for that. They say I need somebody with me all the time now. It's my sight that's failing fastest.
You could pray your intensest prayer ever, stricken by blindness yourself. Your eyes wide open, staring through the wood without seeing the trees, and without words at all. Just the heart beseeching in hurried, incoherent beats. Oh, say, what is this thing called light? All the things I know she taught me, God. The good things, I mean. She could make the cherry trees bloom above the woods, even in the depths of winter. She put a singing seal in the lochs, and a lament on the lang, lonely winds. And I myself would be blind now if she had never lent me her eyes.
And if that matron gets thrown about you coming home, she's got that to contend with.
That's just about the last reason they'd ever let Janie back to live with you again.
You smug bastard! You're born, but you're not dead yet! You wicked old bitch! You dirty old woman! You filthy old whore!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry she's swearing at you.
That's my daughter. And if you think you can take my daughter away from me, you've not only me to
The
contend
words
with,
writhed through the reception room, stabbing it with light each time she swore. The pain of that day remained. My mum went to war without knowing that I loved her. The words wouldn't come till she was getting on the bus, and by that time it was too late.
And when she came to meet me, I would kiss her in the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark. And when she came to meet me, I would kiss her in the dark. Ye nicht I went to see her. And I thought she'd be at home. I crept up to the window. I rattled at the pane. Out come Jeannie's mother. And the next it being dark, I took her in my arms and I kissed her in the dark. Aye. You better make your feet your friends, Jenny. There's a guy big steer going on down at the house.
They haven't missed me yet, down by.
Aye. I warn't you've been on the dawdle again, Jenny. Aye. Aye, I bid for Jenny's mother. Till Jeannie she come home, she tint
The useless ones. That's me and the Manny.
Then I held her closer, and I gave
And
her...
to help with the tatties in the morning.
All right, this'll be your last taste with me and Jenny. Right.
Aye. I'll miss that terribly.
All right. How come you're so good with me? And you can all work your work right in the house.
I do try. I really do. I start to dust fine. Then something comes into my head. And the more I think about it, the time passes and, well, the dusting isn't done.
Do you know, the happiest child I ever ken was a child that hadn't twa thoughts to crack between his ears. Oh, God preserve us. Folk were loath to understand how he could be so happy about nothing at all. Couldn't comprehend, do you see? So they just stop and look at him a while. And to their hand, folk with our muckle thoughts in their heads. Look at him a while as well. Nothing riles a human being so much as another human being that they can't understand. Don't I? Oh, Slime, I started running, but she held me sure and fast.
There was a comfort to the Manny's being. The smell of dung, coarse and complete. So he escaped to the fields for the smell of him. The Manny was a matron's husband, but it was he that had really watched me grow. His sangs had been gentle when I was young, for Nancy's hair is yellow like gold. But knew that the gentle preliminaries were over, that skirts were longer and legs had become a mystery. The Manny's sangs of grown-upness had echoed with the virility of the early morning buyer. Furtive, but exciting were his theme sangs now, like the gleam of young girls' thighs once glimpsed in dark corners of a lane.
I'm leaving the orphanage!
Well, you're to be congratulated, Mrs. Thane. A fine, healthy crew indeed. And this can't be Alice, surely. To think what a scrap she used to be.
If I look at the money now, I know he'll wink and that'll be the end of me.
And my word, but Alec's spectacles fairly improve him.
Alec shoots into focus. Ping, pong. And we're coiled up quietly in our inner selves. Pong. And we spring quivering out into glancing space.
And hasn't Donny showed up this past year?
Oh, if only I could change into something strange enough to fit the trustee's vision. Of his bones are coral made. Nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer at sea change into something rich and strange. Rich and strange. I wouldn't change places with him for anything in the world. They're all so old. Nothing is ridiculous, rich or strange to them ony mere.
Well, we've been told that you've been making excellent progress at school, Jenny. Your English papers have been adjudged the best in Aberdeenshire.
I didn't realise that Janie was in any way... I always had the impression she was...
She's a right puzzle. As crude and uncaring as anyone. And yet surprisingly sensitive for someone from her deplorable background.
Disintegrated personality.
I'm afraid so. That's why the question of further education presents difficulties, Mrs. Thane.
Oh, she's an excellent milker. And she can turn out a room quite well, when she likes.
What about an under housemaid's job for her? In some good household where they would take an interest.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, if she's to go into service, it should be to a farm. She likes outside work, and she's good at it.
Well, but what do you say yourself, Jenny?
I dinna want to dust and polish. I dinna want to work in a firm. I want to write poetry. Great poetry. As great as Shakespeare.
The wind's hovering. She's going to rise.
Think you that then, Don?
Aye. We do with a breezy wind to dry out the sticks.
Oh, breezy though, eh? A bloody gale. That's what's in it. She's on the road. A muckle northeaster.
Have to cry in for your supper.
So the bros is up this time, Jenny.
They tell us they're gonna make a scullery, eh? Oh, you'll not care us then, Jenny.
You got to help us with the tatty lift in the morning, Jenny.
Aye, maybe.
Be a fine change for all muggy hoots, eh?
I'm all wrong with old Muggy.
Just all age. You let the watch out for all Hughie here, mind, Jenny. He might be an old man, but he's nae short on young ideas.
I'll have you coupit in the totty pit he'd first.
I'm echt. She's just about ready for a night.
The laughter belched upwards, then faded. But I stood holding on to it, holding on to the awareness of the possession of my own body. A mild awareness from the boys at school overheard in whispers. But grown men acknowledge it now, and there's something fierce in their knowing. The weeping cry of the peasy found an echo in the lang, lang grief in my cell. It was as though I stood with the landscape in some ache, waiting for release. Because the aloneness of the night was beyond the bearing of the land itself. It caught you and held you hostage, clamped and small within its own immensity, casting all its burden of aloneness on you. I longed for the wind to come, to give that land some loud, loud cry other than of pain. Strange thing, ye was ken the instant you're sad. Happiness lies either in the past or in the future. I was happy once, I realised, but it was something you could never pin down and recognise, saying it is now.